24th of May 2014, and we're in the Estadio da Luz in Lisbon, Portugal, and Real Madrid are playing Atletico Madrid in the UEFA Champions League final. It's in stoppage time, and Atletico Madrid are leading 1-0. However, Real Madrid have a corner kick in what's a last Hail Mary to save their season. And on the pitch on Madrid is captain Iker Casillas in goal, Sergio Ramos, Varane, Dani Carvajal, and Contrao in defense. The midfield is made up of Khedira, Modric, and Di Maria, and in front is Ronaldo, Benzema, and new signing Gareth Bale, with Marcelo, Isco, and Morata coming on later. To appreciate how we've gotten here, let's go back and understand the culmination of this Galactical squad, the ups and the downs, and everything in between. Let us rewind. It's June 11th, and Real Madrid have just announced the signing of Cristiano Ronaldo, along with new signings Kaká, Benzema, and Xabi Alonso. Things are really looking optimistic in Madrid. For over 220 million euros, Real have had a huge upheaval to its squad, and we're looking to start a new Galactical squad. In the 2000 summer transfer window, Real Madrid had shook up the league by signing Barcelona captain Luis Figo, and it was all led by the mind and vision of Florentino Perez, the new chairman of the club. The following windows, Real Madrid went on to sign Zinedine Zidane, Ronaldo Nazario, and David Beckham to add to their already talented squad. They went on to be called the Galacticos. Though they were a great team on paper, in reality they underperformed, winning just one Champions League and one league title as well. Some murmurs around the training ground was people not liking the departure of Claude Makelele, who was a vital part of their success. This led to Perez leaving the club after losing in the Copa del Rey final in the 2006 and 7 season. That was the history of the Galacticos. Expensive, great players, but they never found the right coach to lead the team to more success. This was not going to happen again. Well, hopefully at least. Despite Ronaldo scoring 33 goals and 10 assists in 35 appearances, Real failed to win any major silverware. And in 2010, the following season, Jose Mourinho joined the squad and brought with him Angel Di Maria, Mesut Ozil, Ricardo Carvalho, and Sami Khedira. Unfortunately, Real Madrid finished second in the league, even after collecting 96 points, and also lost in the Champions League semi-finals to Barcelona, only finishing the season with the Copa del Rey. With Jose Mourinho now adjusted to the team, the following season will be the best La Liga season of all time. I mean, now we can talk about maybe the best La Liga team I've ever seen in my life. Dubbed La Liga de los Records, the League of the Records, by the footballing world, as Real Madrid broke several long-standing La Liga records, the most prominent being the highest number of points in a season with 100. Just look at some of the goal involvements their main man had. With all the success in La Liga, in Europe, Real Madrid were beaten on penalties by Bayern Munich in the semi-finals to exit at that stage for the second year in a row. The 12-13 season was not an improvement at all. 38 Jose syndrome had kicked in, and it started off with the fallout with Iker Casillas. Real Madrid finished runners-up in the league and again bowed out in the Champions League semi-finals, losing to Borussia Dortmund on goal difference. And after losing the Copa del Rey final to Atletico Madrid, Florentino Perez announced the exit of Jose Mourinho from the club. Don Carlo Ancelotti was brought into the club in 2013 with the signings of Isco and Gareth Bale. Carlo Ancelotti has always been regarded as a player's coach, being known for being a flexible and adaptable manager. He brought the dressing room back together and installed Casillas back into the starting lineup. After Carlo had been able to win the Champions League twice with a star-studded AC Milan team, Perez believed he could have been able to coach the first iteration of the Galacticos. Real Madrid had finished third, and they had bet it all on the line so they could win their La Decima or 10th UCL title. With players like Cristiano Ronaldo picking up injuries during the league season, Ancelotti was able to balance the squad and make use of a very deep Real Madrid bench. And after beating Bayern Munich 5-0 on aggregates, Real Madrid had gotten across their semi-final hump in the Champions League and were now headed to the ultimate La Liga clash with Atletico in the final. Looking at Ronaldo, tonight he's been very quiet, mostly playing up front as a striker, which was something new during the season. In 2013, Ronaldo suffered a knee injury, and he was then diagnosed with some form of tendonitis, which has led to him having to reduce his movements and quick steps, since the bones would be grinding against themselves. By November, he had already scored 17 goals, but he went on to face some time on the sidelines. He scored 62 goals in all competitions, but he saved his best form for the Champions League, where he scored 16 goals in 10 games. However, today really hasn't been his day. Like just last week, he came down with another leg injury after colliding with a teammate in practice, which sort of explains his form in this game today. So for now, Real Madrid have to rely on other Galacticos in the squad to turn this game around. Looking back at our freeze frame, let's look at who can help us at this time. Well, that's Sergio Ramos in the air, about to attack this corner. Let's talk about him for a second. Sergio Ramos signed for Real Madrid in 2005 from Sevilla. Starting out as a right back, he found himself success as a young solid part of Spain's squad that won back-to-back Euros and the World Cup. He's been called a dirty player by rivals, throwback to him sliding on Messi, then going on to punch Xavi and Puyol, who were his national team compatriots. He and teammate Xabi Alonso also earned themselves intentional yellow cards. But in this year's semi-finals against Bayern, Sergio Ramos scored two of the opening goals for Real Madrid, leading to Bayern having to chase the game and Real being able to counter-attack and score more goals. He had been solid throughout the whole season, playing 51 games in all competitions. But right now, he's been on a redemption story, and hopefully he can be able to step up now again. He has come up big for club and country many times before, but today, if he is able to help Real Madrid come back from a goal down, this may lead to a new Madrid Galacticos team that's able to be consistent and be victorious again and again in European competition. It all comes down to this, so welcome to a moment in history.